This is the review that you all have been asking for non-stop. Ever since we unboxed together my little mini cassette bag from Bottega Veneta. Now today we're going to talk about a few different things. We will talk about, the fabrication and the specifications, like the size of the bag, what fits inside, different ways that you can style and wear the bag with the strap. And then also I brought a couple other of my smaller designer mini bags. So that way we can kind of compare them so you can see it's one thing to talk about the size of something, but to see it relative to something you know well, I personally find super helpful. Now, I was really surprised when I did the unboxing because a lot of you all were telling me that you had been specifically searching for and could not find videos or reviews about this bag. I thought that was really shocking because I was like, it's Bottega. Everyone has all of the Bottega bags, all the influencers. But I thought about it and I really have not seen this bag a whole lot on social media. And I was like, why is that? Well, I actually went back to thinking about when I bought this bag. I bought this bag in June. And I had recently just gone to the Bottega Veneta store. I'll link the shopping vlog for you. Tried on a bunch of bags, and I fell in love with this belt bag version of the cassette bag. I probably wasn't gonna wear it like a belt bag. I was probably gonna wear it over my chest, a little over the titty situation. And I loved it, but I felt like it was a teeny bit too bulky for me. So I didn't pull the trigger, but I was still thinking about it. And then one day I was browsing, on Instagram, and one of my favorite flash sale sites, I'll link them for you below, had this bag for a really good price. It was $710, and I can't remember if at the time the MSRP of it was $850 or $890. But I will tell you that today on the Bottega website, this mini cassette bag costs $890. But so I was like, oh, cool. That's a pretty good, amount of money off. I really love the bag. I love dark green. You all know this. So boom, got it, mine, and so happy about it. But I remember when I saw it on, the Instagram account, I went and I Googled mini cassette bag to make sure, it's legit, and to see what other websites were selling it for. And I was really surprised because Bottega, the Bottega product page was not popping up for this bag. Instead, it was all of the other third-party sites like Farfetch, My Teresa, I think Neiman Marcus. So it was weird to me that you couldn't easily find this bag on the Bottega website. And I had just been into the Bottega store, and I live in San Francisco, so I went to the Union Square store, which is a big store. They have a lot of merchandise there. It's not a small Bottega. Didn't see this bag either. So I'm thinking it was new and it probably just, hadn't been tagged properly on the website, so it wasn't showing up when people would search for mini bags. So maybe a lot of people just don't have the bag yet, but they should start getting it now. And hopefully you'll start seeing more videos about this bag, because when I went to the Bottega website today and I searched under mini bags, this bag showed up. So clearly they have, tagged it appropriately. So it is showing. However, all of the bags are sold out. I think you have to pre-order them or get on a wait list, something like that. So you can't really buy it on the Bottega website right now. If you have a relationship with your SA, you might be able to get it. They can put your name down, but it seems this bag is pretty highly sought after, which makes sense. The cassette bag is the hottest bag right now, and it's a mini bag. So I can understand why people are obsessed with it. Clearly I was, because that's why I bought it. But overall, I love the look and the aesthetic of this bag. I also really like that this is a gender neutral bag, regardless of your, gender identity, if you are more masculine or more feminine. I mean, depending on how you style this, this bag can seriously go either way. And I love whenever I wear this bag out, and that's why it took me a little while to do the review. I wanted to make sure that I wore it enough to get a good feel for how the bag functions. But whenever I wear it out, I get so many compliments on it. And you all know I'm not that stylish or hip. I wear pretty classic stuff for the most part. So it feels I feel like a cool girl, a hot girl, I'm an Instagrammer. No, I'm kidding. But when I wear it, I get a lot of compliments all the time. So if you like stuff like that, seriously, consider getting this bag. Now, let's talk about the size of this little nugget. So the bag is 5 inches long It's 3.5 inches tall and it's 1.5 inches deep. So this is bigger than like some of like the crazy mini bags, like some of like the Jack Moose ones where like you really can't fit anything in it. So it's bigger than that, but I will go ahead and tell you, based on this size, a phone is clearly not going to fit in this bag. Even the iPhone 12 mini does not fit in this bag. It's too long to fit. So unless, I mean, it's not possible. So the only scenario in which a phone might fit in this bag is if you are on like the bandwagon of like how flip phones are coming back into style. Like I think I've seen like Samsung and like Razer have like the little like flip phones now, which like totally take me back to high school and college when like you knew you were a cool girl when you had like the hot pink Razer phone. But I looked up the dimensions of those. Those are about like 3.5 inches long or wide once they're folded up. So those would fit in here. But honestly, because flip phones are not like so mainstream yet, even if you have one now, are you really gonna have one in like 1 to 2 years? Maybe, but maybe not. So I would say this bag, you should only get it if you are cool with not being able to fit your phone inside. And for me, that works well because I always keep my phone in my back pocket anyway, even though I know I shouldn't. I do it, you know, it is what it is. So honestly, like it just works better if you are cool with not putting your phone in your bag. Now, outside of the bag, what I really like about it is the adjustable strap. So it's got a beautiful long leather strap here that doubles up when it's shorter. And when the bag is at its shortest drop length, which this is its shortest drop length, it is 20 inches long. But if you want to expand it and make it longer, and I'll show you seriously like how easy it is to do, you just kind of pull off of the little knobs and you just pull the strap up and push it back on. I'm being careful of my nails. Now, this is it at its longest length, and this drop is 26 inches. So the great thing about this bag is that it is great for you regardless of your height. For shorties like me, I like a strap drop length around 20 inches or less. So this is perfect for me. Like if I want to wear it as a shoulder bag, it's amazing. I can make it a little bit longer, wear it crossbody. And then for like my super tall, like Amazonian friends, if you all want it, 26 inches is plenty long. I mean, unless you're like 7 feet tall, then like it might be too short for you. But it's good because you can wear it as a shoulder bag, you can wear it crossbody. The only unfortunate thing, and I was, waiting to see until I got it, you cannot really wear this as a belt bag or as like an over the boob bag because the straps are like sewn into place. They don't turn. So you would need them to turn in order for them to be able to like fall flat against your body. So fortunately you can't wear it those ways, but shoulder bag and a crossbody bag work just fine. And I will say, back when I originally bought the bag and like I was trying to find it on the Bottega website, when I did find it, it was actually styled, and I really liked that it was originally styled on a male model. And let me show you how he was wearing it. Now, granted, the male model is a lot taller than me, so the proportions probably made a lot more sense, but he was literally wearing it like this in the picture. Like, I mean, he was not posing like this, but like wearing it like a damn necklace. Like, what is that? I mean, I guess like if I were like a really cool streetwear person, like I would maybe wear a bag like this, but I don't know. That's like not my style. I mean, I feel like I look like Flavor Flav right now, like with my big whatever it is, like just hanging on my chest. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to tell you all, let me take this off, hang on, about the strap is that in addition to being adjustable, it does also have a little adjustable like ring where you can like move it up or down depending on how long the strap is. So that way you don't have what I just had when I hadn't fixed it yet. Just like, it won't be like flapping in the wind. It secures it nicely. But so overall, really happy with the size of it, for it, knowing that it is not a bag where your phone will fit into it. And I love the adjustability of it. And I think that the bag is really beautiful because it's got that like really buttery, soft, like gorgeous Bottega leather that's really durable. It doesn't scratch easily, so I really like that. It has a very teeny tiny, you can barely see it, an ever so slight grain across it. But honestly, when you look at this bag, it looks like a smooth leather bag. So if you want something more textured, I don't think that this is the one for you because it really does look smooth. And when you open it, it is just made out of a single layer of the, jumbo and tricchiato weave. This bag is not lined on the inside. So if you are someone that like you need a lining, like if you're always putting something like a bit, I don't know, like damp in your bag, this probably wouldn't be the right one for you. But if you're just like putting like your small essentials in there, this bag works amazingly. It does have the magnetic closure right here, which is quite strong, I think, so it works well. And in addition to that, on the inside, it does have a single compartment card holder, which is really nice. So that way you don't have to bring a card holder inside the bag. You can if you want to, but the way I wear it, all I do is I put my credit card and my ID in here. So that way it frees up more space. But overall, you can see this is a really spacious bag. And that's what I really like about like the minimalist interior, that they haven't like taken up all the space with like other little like bits and bobs. Like it's just very plain, so you can get relatively a fair amount of stuff in it considering how small the bag is. So what I have, you all can't see in front of me, but I have like, I put like a bunch of stuff in it to show you what fits in it, and we'll show you like if you do or don't include this, what else would fit. So obviously you are not going to put your phone in the bag. I'm just gonna pack it down here, but I'll show you like once it's done. So you can put, I'm putting just like a regular card holder here. If you wanna watch the unboxing, I'll link it for you. So you just put the card holder in here. Say you're someone that needs like a lot of cards, you can bring a card holder. I will say the card holder slot back here, that could comfortably fit like 2 to 3 cards. You can definitely fit like 4 or 5, but I think that would start to stretch the leather out. No, I don't think. It definitely would start to stretch the leather out over time. So I would really recommend like a max of 3 cards. I generally put 2, but like you do you. But say if you need a lot more cards, you can bring a card holder and put it in. So I got that. And say I'm like so extra, I need so many cards, I'm still gonna put like some credit cards in the card holder there. And then I'm going to put like some lip stuff here. And okay, I also laugh because like on YouTube, people like never show their chapstick. And I'm like, how are y'all putting so much like lipstick and lip gloss like on chapped lips? Please. Like I live by my chapstick. Like if I can only bring one lip thing when I go out, you better believe it's gonna be a chapstick. So you can put that in here too. This is what it looks like so far. The other lip, I'm not doing a good job of this. The other lip thing's like right underneath. So you put that in, and then now something that's interesting is the subject of keys. Now I purposely keep my house keys and my car key separately, but that is because I live in a city, so I do a lot of walking. I do not drive my car on a daily basis. And like car keys are pretty big. And like, if you're like a mini bag user, like every bit of space counts. So think about if you need your car key or not, like then you can just leave it. But I'm gonna show you what it looks like with both car key and house keys combined. So it's like a regular set of keys. So put those in here. I'm also going to put, because we are still in masked times, I'm going to put little Listerine packets and a hair tie, and also a mask. And you will see that it closes nicely. I mean, it's definitely full, but it's closed and like, I don't think will like stretch the bag out. Here it is. So you can see, that's the bag, like definitely filled to its capacity. I mean, honestly, it would probably be better to do it like without the mask, than like with the mask. But I also keep masks like around my my wrist a lot. It's kind of like that like socially like conscious like signal, like I know I'm not wearing my mask, but I still care about you as a person type thing. So that is what it looks like. But now say for instance, you're like me and you normally aren't bringing a card holder out with you. Let's see what you could put in instead. So if you take the card holder out, it frees up a lot of space in the bag. So now I can fit my AirPods inside the bag and like a mini hand sanitizer I'll need to just like rearrange a little bit, but should be able to get all of that in there. And one thing to keep in mind as you are, you know, packing your bag is like, think about like, what are your small versions of things you can bring? Like, can you bring like a smaller lip gloss or lipstick? Can you bring like a smaller, like, do you have a thinner card holder? Things like that, so that way you can really like maximize your space. Okay, so I think if I like took everything out and repacked it, I think like it would close, but like right now it's like just barely not hitting the magnet. But that's with AirPods and, you know, hand sanitizer, but not the card holder. But I've still got my cards in the back. So honestly, the way I wear it, it's just like this. No sanitizer, but I do keep AirPods in all the time. So overall, you know, you can get a fair bit in here. She's a good bag. Let's take all that out, and then what we can do is compare the bag to other popular bags. So the first one that I thought right off the bat that, you know, I have in my collection that I think is pretty similar in terms of style, not in terms of vibe, but in style, is the mini Gucci, or I think it's like the super mini Gucci Dionysus bag. So if you hold these up side by side, you can see that this one is definitely wider, and this one has the same depth throughout, where this one tapers in more up at the top. It's much thinner at the top. Also, you can see that this bag is much wider than the Dionysus bag, so it's got a bit more space in it. Now, if you talk about them in terms of their length, let me move the strap over. In terms of the length, you can see that there's probably like 1.5 inches, maybe almost up to 2 inches extra space in the Dionysus bag, so it's definitely longer. And so what I like about the Dionysus is that I can fit my phone, but I can't fit like phone, car keys, AirPod, and sanitizer in this bag. In fact, it's hard for me to fit AirPod and my phone in this bag. So this one actually fits more, even though it's shorter, because she's a little bit chubbier. So that's that one. Another bag that I think is pretty similar is the Chanel wallet on chain. So here is the boy version of the Chanel wallet on chain. So as you can see, these two are very different. There's probably, let me measure I have my tape measure here so I can measure the difference in the length. There's just underneath 3 inches difference in terms of the length here. So it's a lot longer, but you can see that this one is still wider. And I think what's interesting is that this bag's a little bit thinner, but again, when I pack it, this one tends to actually fit with the AirPods a lot better, because AirPods are like crucial to my happiness. And so like AirPods are like the game changer for me in terms of like what fits in a mini bag. This, I can't do phone and AirPods. It gets like a bit too thick and puffy. And I think also that might be, you know, because like obviously the wallet on chain has like a bunch of card holders in it. So, you know, it does fit a lot, but in a different way. You have to disperse the stuff differently. And then finally, I have a square mini Chanel bag. So these ones, if you look at them in terms of length, the mini Chanel is about almost 2 inches longer, but it is a lot wider. I mean, almost like double the width. Now, granted, it does taper in at the top, so it's definitely the widest at the bottom in terms of its depth, but you can fit a lot more in this bag than you can in this bag. So, but this bag is also like amazing in terms of fit. Like this one fits just about as much as like a rectangle Chanel mini. So just keep that in mind. So overall, you know, I think that this bag is an amazing bag. I think it's a really good value for price. It's under $1,000, which is hard to find in the luxury market. It's definitely an it bag because it's the cassette bag from Bottega. And, you know, it's trendy, but not so trendy that I think this will go out of style quickly. Like, I think the bigger cassette bags will actually look a bit more dated sooner than this one will, because this one, it could not be in Tricchiato, it could just be like a woven bag. So I think that this bag is a bit more timeless than the bigger versions, but obviously the bigger versions like make a bit more of a statement. And of course, this is a really high quality bag because it is from Bottega Veneta, so you know you're getting like a gorgeously made bag. So yeah, overall, I really love it. You know, I really like wearing it both shoulder and crossbody. You know, both of those ways work really well for me. Maybe one day, like if I become cool enough, maybe I'll start wearing it like Flavor Flav. Just kidding, I definitely won't. So it's a great bag, really happy with the choice. Overall, hit myself in the face. I would rate this bag a 7 out of 10. And this bag would be a 9 out of 10 if my phone fit in it. That's the only reason why it's down at a 7. I think if it didn't have the adjustable strap, I would put it lower, you know, something like a 6 or a 5. But I think that the adjustable strap is definitely a game changer. So 7 out of 10 for this bag. Now, I really hope you found this review helpful. If you have any other questions or if there's something you've been wondering that I didn't cover, just put it in the comments below and I'll do my best to answer. And if you like this video, please be sure to give it a little thumbs up, just give it a little like. And also, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel so that way you can get all the latest shopping content delivered straight to you. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been a pleasure as always. My name is Lily and I can't wait to see you next time. Bye everyone.